Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back with me, Nirmala Ayuning Tias. In this video, we will talk about the final project of Semantics and Pragmatics subject, and we're gonna talking about DEIXIS, understanding context in language. So, this presentation focuses on DEIXIS, an essential concept in linguistics that highlights the relationship between language and context. While the words we use may seem straightforward, their meaning often depends heavily on when, where, and by whom they are spoken. By exploring the concept of DEIXIS, we gain a better understanding of how communication works in real life contexts. In today's session, I will cover three main aspects. First, the definitions of DEIXIS. Second, the types of DEIXIS. And the third is the importance of DEIXIS in communication. Without further ado, let's move to the main material about this presentation. First thing first, we have to talk about the definitions of the DEIXIS itself. The word DEIXIS originates from the Greek terms deiktikos, which means to point. In linguistics, DEIXIS refers to the expressions that depend on the situational context for the meaning. These expressions are known as deictic expressions. For example, consider the sentence, I am standing here now. To fully understand this sentence, we need answers to these questions. First, who is I? Second, where is here? And the third one is when is now. Without this additional information, the sentence remains ambiguous. DEIXIS acts as a linguistic tool that helps bridge that gap between language and its context, allowing listeners to interpret meaning effectively. This concept is not only important in spoken communication, but also in written text, where authors use DEIXIS to guide readers through their narratives. Now, let us look at the different types of DEIXIS to understand its broader applications. The first types of DEIXIS is person DEIXIS. Person DEIXIS involves words that identify the participants in a conversation. These include pronouns like, for example, first person, I, me, we, us, or the speaker or speakers. The second person, you, or the listener or audience. And the third person is are, he, she, it, they, others not directly involved. For example, I am talking to you. In this sentence, I refers to the speaker and you refers to the listener. In languages like Indonesians or French, person DEIXIS can also indicate social status or formality. For instance, in Indonesian, we use Anda for formal situations and kamu for informal ones. This distinction reflects cultural norms and social relationships. And the second one is time DEIXIS. Time DEIXIS refers to temporal expressions that depend on the time of speaking. Examples include now, then, yesterday, today, tomorrow, later, soon. For example, we will meet tomorrow. Here, the word tomorrow only makes sense when we know the current day. Time DEIXIS is closely related to the grammatical tense. In English, the use of past, present, and future tense helps answer these temporal references, providing a clearer framework for understanding. And the next we move to the third types of DEIXIS, that is place DEIXIS. Place DEIXIS indicates the spatial location relative to the speaker and listener. Common examples include here, there, this place, that place, near, for. For example, can you come here? In this sentence, here refers to the speaker's current locations. Place DEIXIS is often supported by gestures or visual cues. For instance, If someone says, "Look at this," while pointing at an object, the deictic expressions this gains meaning from the physical action. And the fourth one is discourse deixis. Discourse deixis refers to the structure of communication itself. It uses expressions like this, that, the following, the previous, as mentioned earlier. For example, this is what I was referring to earlier. Here, this points to a specific part of the discourse, helping listeners or readers navigate the conversations or text. Discourse deixis is particularly important in academic writing, where it helps link ideas and maintain coherence in arguments. And the last one is social deixis. Social deixis reflects the social relationship and roles between speakers and listeners. It includes terms like sir, madam, doctor, professor, your honor. And for example, "Could you please help me, sir?" The use of sir conveys respect and acknowledges as a social hierarchy. In some languages, such as Japanese or Korean, social deixis is highly codified with specific words and expressions used depending on the relative status of the participants. Okay, after we talk about the definition, also the types of deixis, now we move to the importance of deixis, or why deixis matters. First, the contextual understanding. Deixis helps the listener or readers interpret meaning by providing contextual cues. For instance, in real-time conversation, deixis ensures the message aligns with the situation, and also deictic expressions often reveal the speaker's perspective, location, and even the relationship between the listener, adding depth and nuance to communication. And the second one is translation challenges. Deictic expressions pose challenges in translation because their meaning is tied to context. Translators must consider both linguistic and cultural factors to convey the intended meaning accurately. And the third one is cross-cultural communication. Understanding deixis is crucial in multilingual and multicultural interaction. For example, social deixis varies greatly across cultures, often reflecting hierarchical relationships or politeness levels. Now we move to the examples and applications. After we get a material about the definition and the importance of all the types, we need to give you example, of course. So let us consider practical example. I left it there yesterday. To interpret this sentence, we need to ask, who is I? What is it? Where is there? And when is yesterday? This example highlights the role of deixis in resolving ambiguity and ensuring effective communication. In real-world applications, deixis is crucial in fields like education, where teachers use deictic expressions to guide students, and in legal context, where precise language is essential to avoid misinterpretation. And now we move to the last part of this presentation. To conclude this presentation, deixis is a fundamental linguistic concept that connects language to context. By analyzing deixis, we gain insight into how meaning is constructed in communication. But before I end, let me leave you with two questions to consider. First, how does deixis function differently in English compared to other languages And the second is, what challenges might arise when translating deictic expression into another languages? I'm waiting your answer in the column chat in this video. So So, thank you. I hope this video can help you to improve your understanding about DEIXIS. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and see you in the next video.